the stock market, meaning companies, new highs.
I'm not fucking leaving. The show goes on. Nuts! They're nuts! They know nothing!
An online network called Internet.
Well, it's very hip to be on the internet right now.
Welcome, my degenerates. The rest of your life starts right now on Market Mania. No bullshit approach to all financial markets, including rare pepes, Bitcoin, and the largest casino in the world, which we don't really talk about when Matt Glantz just zooms off to another vacation in a tropical destination, the U.S. stock market. Today on Market Mania, we're talking about NFTs and a little bit of stocks. The 10-year yield, that's happening. There's something that all the kids are talking about today. Barstool is dropping an ETF. Portnoy's throwing his hat in the ring there. And the Kings of Leon will release an album on an NFT. And lead story today, the rarest Pepe, if you will, the most important NFT in art history, sells for 205 ETHs. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's absolutely gorgeous. This is a rare Pepe. If you have never heard of this, then, well, you probably didn't get here in 2013. Now, did you? So this is on rarepepewallet.com. It's essentially just a counterparty asset on the counterparty chain, which uses the op return of Bitcoin to store its assets. Brett Ritchie, thank you for being here today. Unlike Matt Glantz, what do you know about NFTs that live on the Bitcoin chain, not bullshit Ethereum? Have you ever heard of this before today?
Yeah, I know rare pepes. I remember people talking about them, I think like late 2016, early 2017, kind of right before the Ethereum hype went completely off. I've never used them. I've never done anything with them. I like the idea. It's cool. This kind of seems like a steal to me if you look at some of the prices on Ethereum for some of these NFTs. If you're going back in time before that, it's a one of one. It's Homer Simpson, who's a really beloved character. Pepe, also beloved in many circles at least. And yeah, I think it's cool, man.
Tony, get up
rarepepewallet.com.
Rarepepewallet.com. And it was sold for $300,000. This was an auction. A lot of people may remember, they say, wait, have I heard this story before? At the top, there's a little book. Click the book, click series 1. So there's a little book at the top, and then go to volume 1, series 1. Yeah, there's the book, volume 1, series 1. Okay. Now scroll down a little bit. And since you don't own any rares here, there's the series 1 card 1, the Nakamoto card, the Gox Euphoria card. It's amazing. It's really amazing. This is all stuff that is the first ever NFTs. And the Homer one, you have to go to Series 2, actually. You need to go to Series 2 to find the one-of-one Homer. If you dig around Volume 1, Series 1, you will find the one-of-one only one Pepe. And you have to scroll down a little bit, and it's obviously a brutal site. That's how it works on Counterparty, is actually how it works. Yeah, welcome to Counterparty. You'll see the Homer Pepe somewhere in there. There's a search. Doesn't matter. But it is a one-of-one, and it was sold in 2018 at an auction in Paris for, I want to say, $38,000. Well, 2 years later, that one-of-one rare Pepe was sold for $300,000, 205 ETH or so is what it says. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're playing with the NFT market, all roads from the NFT market leads back to rare Pepes, the first and original NFT. And that one is the rarest, but it's not the earliest. You can actually look at Series 1. There's actually only one. Yeah, but anyway. So the point is that these are the real NFTs. These are the first. Joe Looney created the shit. Counterparty chain, and it uses Bitcoin. So it's on the strongest chain. This is the strongest NFT. Everybody's getting in on this. Tony, I know Tony. Rare Pepes, I know Tony. It's not gold, but
rare pepes seem innocuous, but the implications for this are far-reaching. I mean, everything is going to be NFTized in the future, and for good and bad. Matt Glantz was talking a few weeks ago about COVID passports, proof that you've had a vaccine before you can go to a concert or get on an airplane or cross countries. And that can be also controlled by NFT markets, a non-fungible token stamp right on your passport. So this is all a lot of fun, but this is going to get out of control. We're going to see racist memes. We're going to see, very uncomfortable things come to light, printed onto the blockchain for all time. And I just can't even. My mind starts locking up when I think of all the outward expanding cone of implications this has. It starts with Pepe, but where does this end?
Now, Pepe is obviously a meme that everybody tries to co-opt it and everything, but when these were also created in 17 or so, this was just, it was 16, I don't even know when these started, but I think it predates Ethereum. I'm going to have to, there's more research to do here, ladies and gentlemen, but it does go off in every direction, and it is obviously raw. This is the counterculture art. This is the street art. This is not the finely tuned pieces of pixels that you see front and center on the news today. This is where it started. This is the dirt that started it all. And to me, that's the original. That's just, that's one 2011 Bitcoiner's opinion. That's it. This is the original NFT. You're just looking at it. And we'll see.
Well, praise Keck. It started there. They memed Donald Trump into the White House, basically, with these Pepe memes. It got such a bad taste in people's mouth. The people that didn't like Trump basically saw this meme and equated it with racism and everything. But then it reemerged in Hong Kong as a symbol of freedom as they were fighting for their rights. So the Pepe meme can fit a lot of different roles. It's really fitting
do whatever
that it
you
might
want
be the
with
first
it.
NFT, but it definitely won't be the last, and maybe the last one will be.
Brett, Brett, what do you think of when you think of Pepe's? What do you think of?
So I think of like the idiots that say, "Oh, it's white supremacy," because that's their move on anything that I guess isn't on their team. Oh, that's racist, right? That's the default option. I think Pepe is cool. I'm glad that it's sort of been reclaimed by a more fun-loving community. It has nothing to do with racism. It's just
it was
like
stolen
a cool meme
from this fun-loving community.
Yeah,
it was. And
well,
it's all actually connected.
I don't even think it was racist. I think it was mostly people.
There's nothing that was racist
people
about
that weren't
Pepe.
racist. Yeah.
And everybody would
agree.
take Pepe and make their own thing. When racists took Pepe, they made racist Pepes. But that was a very that's not embraced by the greater Pepe community. Yeah. And then the craziest part here is that what Tony was saying is also right. Also, 4chan, just a ball of everything, all voices, just unfiltered, did sort of meme Trump into the White House, for better or for worse. But that culture also did one tangent of that internet hive mind culture also started, blockchain Pepes and shit. And it's not, for no reason at all. I don't know. I don't even know where I'm going with that. If Glantz isn't here, there's no one to dial us back in.
Right.
Let's move the
just out of control.
Yeah,
we need Matt.
Not
well, let's move
posters.
on. NFTs are very important. Here's another one that's coming out. Kings of Leon. Is it Leon or Leon? Leon.
Nobody knows.
Leon.
Nobody
I
knows.
say Leon, but I don't listen to them. But
I've never heard of this.
Well, this is very interesting, and I think they're starting this trend, releasing an album as an NFT. But again, I think every band will be doing this in the future.
Yeah.
What the implications are? Are they doing just 1,000 of these or 100,000? You know what the number count is?
Yeah, I don't know the number count, but I know you get special, if you own one of them, you get special access, right? If they come to your town, you get to go backstage. You get obviously the limited edition vinyl edition also. The NFT comes with that really cool physical package also, which vinyl, physical cool vinyls are actually blowing up. Griselda, the rapper, with Benny the Butcher and those guys, they're killing the vinyl game with these rare vinyl drops that are a few $100 and up for just the album. So there's a community that likes the vinyl. There's obviously a community that really likes the NFT asset. So you kind of combine both of those. Blau, DJ here in Vegas, he just raised 11 million selling an NFT album where the number 1 of 50 got to gets to create his own song with Blau, and they paid like 3.6 million for that privilege plus whatever else comes with it. So it's a way to connect with, it's a way to raise money, obviously, and also connect with your most loyal fans. And I think we'll see some more like auction type things. So the average fan has a chance to get into one of these rare NFTs. You don't have to spend 100K or $1 million. Like Beeple, that digital artist, he gave out 100 NFTs for $1 each. I signed up for it. I think 12,000 people signed up for it. One of them sold for 150K. So a guy turned $1 into 150K overnight. So I think we'll see more of that, where your committed fans will get a chance to sort of like earn their way in for cheap. And then you'll have like the whales that can buy in also. So it's pretty cool.
You know, I noticed Elon Baby Daddy or Baby Mama sold $6 million worth of digital art as NFTs. I think just this month.
Damn.
So
I didn't know she was an artist, so I don't know much about her. I thought she was a musician, but
so that is something that sold. What a world! It's like
cool.
they just took a Skyrim background and put it to music. So,
like, real
everyone's
talk,
jumping into this. It's going to be saturated really quickly. That I know.
That makes sense to me. If you're banging Elon, then like you probably would like just be able to wake up and just shoot out a $6 million NFT. That just somehow makes sense, like in my head, for better or for worse.
Babies, good lord.
So anyway, back in real news, real stock market news, which feels like the boomer market to me now with all this that's going on in the crypto world. Day trading Reddit readers nearly crashed the stock market. Now that's not exactly. I'm not loving that headline market watch. This is Portnoy's new ETF called Buzz. It's a play on his bee sting profile joke, as well as the fact that it is when the stocks that are buzzing with excitement or buzzing around the message boards, there's a buzz around certain tickers.
I don't think it's his. I think they just paid him to promote it.
Exactly. In fact, he might have even. It's a Van Eck Sectors or Van Eck Vectors social sentiment ETF is the full name of it. And they did pay Dave Portnoy to be part of this, and I think he might have jumped the gun in advertising it. I'm not sure they were quite ready to roll it out. They've been trying to quietly piece this thing together, and he just comes out and does one of his emergency broadcasts and tells everybody about it. Now, I have two questions on this. One, it says it's a sentiment ETF, but it's got other stocks like BlackRock in it and, Goldman Sachs, some big ones, I imagine, just to bolster it. And the other thing is, every time Portnoy comes out and talks about it, the SEC's got to be perking up on stuff like this. Does that count as market manipulation?
No, I mean, all these little ETFs do a little roadshow or something, right? Isn't there some legal? I have no idea.
I don't know.
Of all. I have no clue. But
it's just one of those things to me. It's a stay away. Like, I'll watch it. It does seem very obvious. It could be like the sign of a top again, like another of the 100 things that have happened in the last year that are like, okay, this is the top, and then it's not. I don't know. I'd be a little reluctant to trade it. I think that, one, it's like easily manipulated by bots, right? If you look at a company like Ripple, who really ran that Twitter bot playbook to perfection, depending on your point of view, I think the noise is just going to be, it's really overwhelming. I don't know how good their technology is to cut through, oh, that's a bot or that's a real person. I don't know if it even matters, right? Because people buy what bots tell them to also. But
right, sentiment is sentiment, I guess. But the other thing is ETFs, they kind of recharge what's in the fund, maybe quarterly, maybe yearly. This one's going to have a pretty quick clip of monthly rebalancing what's in the ETF. But, I mean, that's quick for an ETF, but that's not nearly fast enough for a Reddit run-up.
When GameStop is up. And, you don't know. I'm out, too. I mean, obviously it looks like a fun product, whatever. Don't really care. Would never, just doesn't make me want to ape in personally. But I mean, it does look fun. That's fun. It's fun time stock market fun.
You bring that to Top Shot, I might get a little interested.
All right. Tony, tell us about the 10-year yield in 30 seconds. Maybe 30 seconds on the 10-year yield. Why do I keep hearing about it?
It's time to eat your vegetables, everyone. You gotta look at bonds just real quick. I'll make this fast. Bonds aren't fun.
Bonds.
Come on, just eat the veggies. You'll be fine. So look, here's the thing. bonds are in competition with the S&P dividend yield, basically. And the reason nobody cared about bonds and the reason everybody's in the stock market is because you can't make money saving in bonds. It's driven all savers, all pensions into the casino that is the stock market because the Fed has driven bond rates so low. Well, they need to keep those bond rates low because the minute that bond rate goes above the dividend yield, all of a sudden there's another option for investing. And then what happens? Obviously, the stock market will take a hit.
Sell stonks.
Exactly. So it's very important to watch the 10-year yield. And the important number here also is 1.75%. Now, coming up here, we're almost done. Hang with me.
Coming up here. Like 28 tiny.
I know. It's numbers and bonds and guys.
This is what you get, Glance. You're going to slack off on episodes. This is what you get. Fine.
That's right.
Here. Yeah, go ahead. Right. Yeah, explain this whole spreadsheet.
Okay, yeah, we'll start at the top. No, just kidding. The one we want to look at here is Tuesday, March 9th, 10th, and 11th. So next week, there is a bond sale going on, the 3-year, the 10-year, and the 30-year. Now, the stock market went crazy last week when the 7-year tanked. That means nobody wants to buy American debt, and I don't blame them. No one overseas is buying it. Pensions aren't buying it. And it's because everybody knows it's all bullshit. It's all just
they're buying PEPEs. They're buying hard assets like PEPEs, like CryptoPunks, like Top Shots.
Yep. So I just want to tell everybody, keep a close eye on the 10-year yield. If it gets anywhere near 1.75, think about going mainly cash. I wouldn't even buy the bonds, or just go ape into PEPEs. But next week's going to be big for this, so keep an eye on that 10-year especially. If that doesn't sell on the 10th, the market's going to go crazy.
Get yourself some Bitcoin up 7% today, 3,600. Ride from 58K like a couple weeks ago down to 44,000. And then LOL, pile on 7K, no problem. Half a gram, most of a grandma's check right there. And then, the 10-year bond yields are on the fucking screen. All right. You know what? This is a turbo show today.
It is
turbo. We thank you. It's going to be right into it, just as fast as Tony can click the buttons. The Market Mania pick of the day.
Oh, my God. So many buttons to click. Here we go.
Oh, let's see. It's a nerd race.
Everybody stack. I'm stacking to the top.
We're going fast today. The safety glass is already on. Matt Glantz, Tony filling in for Matt Glantz. What is your pick of the day?
Sorry, boys. Got so many buttons here to push. My pick of the day is Enbridge. Now, I keep seeing stories of commodities being in what they're calling a super cycle. Oil is about to go up in a big way. So you could get Enbridge, you could get Williams, which is WMB. Really anything in the oil sector, I think you're going to do really well on in the next weeks and months.
All the NB investors, this is your best ticker right there, ENB. You don't need to go any further than that. Brett Ritchie, pick of the day.
I'm riding with gold, physical old gold, man. Everybody I know, right? Everyone's in crypto, NFTs, stocks, everything. This is like the forgotten child, but it's still a pretty big market cap. And I think with a lot of people feeling uneasy about a lot of the froth in these markets, people are going to go into gold. It's not for everybody, but everyone's not ready to just pile into Bitcoin yet, as we've seen in the last couple of weeks. I like gold here. It's a contrarian play that has a decent amount of upside for the safety.
Contrarian play gold. Gotta love it. And I'm going with the Series 1 card 1 of the Rare Pepe wallet cards, the Pepes, the rarest Pepe. Not really the rarest, but Series 1 card 1. Rare Pepe is the asset name on Counterparty. That's my pick of the day. Last one sold for like 1,200 or so, Jack. When you're, put that one down on my list right there, because you're going to see some shit right there. That's how it's done. It is still ape season, obviously. Everybody knows.
He's just falling apart over here.
Yep. Still ape season, and we are going to continue to bring you all the NFT news, while ignoring the stock market when we have to. That's just how it works here on Market Mania. We're going to leave you on the Turbo Show with one from one of my favorite artists. It's Lil Jon and the East Side Boys, Get Low, back from the Crunk era. A lot of people remember that. Shorty Crunk, so fresh, so clean. Can she fuck? That question been harassing me. In the mind, this bitch is fine. I done came to the club about 11 times. Like and subscribe to this show right here on YouTube, and follow us on Market Mania Show on both Twitter and on TikTok. We will see you tomorrow, if there is a tomorrow. But for now, it is lights out.
Sorry about the bonds.
I never sleep if I don't have my medicine. I never sleep if I don't have my medicine. I never sleep if I don't have. I never sleep. I never sleep if I don't have my medicine.
Time to right the wrong. So your hands in the air if you like the song. If you're going over there, take it twice as long. Last time ain't talking about Tylenol. Oh, I bet you'd like to know. You can come around the way if you're trying to go. If you want to switch lanes for a pot of gold or a domino, out of control. The usual. Get mad cause I'm looking at your girl.
Switch it up.
I do it so much louder than everything you've heard. Everybody heard, got the word that the world wasn't turning. Act like you're in a jury of however turning, where I would turn in. Can't lie like it's Mississippi burning. Don't act like you're in a daze. I imagine should've looked the other way. Couldn't clear space so my mind was afraid of the time. Strobe light flicking in the moonlight. I'm in the mood right now, how about tonight? My interview's tight now, I was surviving.